Alright guys, so I decided to make a video on how I'm doing my protective style for this month. I will be installing some passion twists, so bear with me. This is my first time doing this and let's see how it goes. So I'm starting off with freshly washed hair and I'm going to treat it before I do this install. Afro G two-step protein and the reconstruction moisturizer. So for the Afro G protein treatment, you want to part your hair into a couple of sections. You want to apply it to damp hair, which is already done. You basically just want to apply it all over, massage it through. If you have a comb, a wide tooth comb, it's best to do this while it's wet. When it's dry, you can absolutely not comb it out. So you want to do this to all 4 sections, or however many sections you part it, until the entire head is covered. Alright, so it's all covered with the solution. If you have a blow dryer or a dryer, I'm just going to diffuse it on low and let it do its thing, but you have to dry it completely. So we'll be back. Alright, so I've diffused or basically dried the protein into my hair. As you can see, it looks really crazy. That's why I said don't comb it out, because the protein gets your hair really, really hard, and you could cause severe breakage if you try and comb it out in this state. Now that it's done, all you do is rinse it out. Then you apply the Afro G 2-minute reconstructor, which I would do next, and then I will show you the next steps. Alright, so I have the reconstructor in. I'm just going to part some sections and comb it all through. Throughout the entire head. Now all I want to do is put a plastic cap on top of this and let it sit for 30 minutes. It says on the bottle you can let it sit for 2 minutes or 5 minutes for extreme breakage. I'm going to let it sit for 30 minutes because my hair is going to be in this protective style for about 2 months, so I really won't be able to maintain it like I usually do. So the longer, I think the better. Alright, so 30 minutes. We're gonna rinse this out in towel dry and then add a leave-in and show you. Alright, so my towel dry is a t-shirt. I don't use a towel on my hair. I like to keep a little moisture in it. So all I'm gonna do is scrunch this just a little bit to get all the water out. You can see some of that curl definition. Next, I'm going to use Mielle's avocado hair milk before I do this protective style. So now I'm just going to diffuse on low, just to dry my hair before I get ready to do the style. As you can see, it's completely dry all over, and I will explain why I didn't straighten my hair before. I diffused it to have this nap. Next, I'll just split this into a few sections so it's more manageable, and part it off and start doing my parts for the passion twist. Alright, so I've parted my hair into 4 sections. On my parts, I just rosemary mint scalp oil along with the Wild Grow hair oil as well. So the next thing, I'll add a dime size of the oil moisturizer to all 4 sections before I individually part and plait. Okay. So I'm just adding the oil to all sections, and then I'll braid it back up. The oil, I'm just doing like 3 drops. Alright, so I'm just doing like random size medium parts. So for this look, I'm doing the crochet method, so I'm just gonna part sections, apply edge control gel to the root and down towards the ends of it. Help catch any flyaways. All you want to do is section the hair off into 3 parts and braid as tight as you can to the root and halfway down. And I say that because it'll make sense why I'm not braiding it all the way. But you want to do this all over your entire head. So we shall return. Okay, so this is how I pretty much sectioned the back off, and just like I said, did some random parts, not looking, just gauged and separated and did my plaits. And I only braided like a quarter or halfway down, or I counted to 10. That makes sense. A little bit easier to understand. So now I'll do the front. Alright, so it's sectioned off, plaited all down. Next, we're going to prepare the hair for this install. Alright, so for this hairstyle, you'll need a crochet needle, your hair, which I'm using this Freetress Bohemian and the Freetress Water Wave. They come in the 20 and then the 22. So I'm using both to get a layered look, and then I'll show you how to prepare the hair for your install. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the Mielle curling mousse and the hair and run it through as such. You don't have to do this. I just prefer, I've used this hair before when I did goddess locks, and the mousse kind of helps it from frizzing as much. But for this look, the frizz the better. So to prepare the hair for install, you're going to separate it, a few of the strands just like this, from top and bottom. And I want mine to be a little thicker, but not too thick. So I'm going to use 2 strands and do the same thing. And if it's not as thick as I like, I'll probably use 3 strands per plait. So this is how the hair should look afterwards. Alright, so for the install, you're going to take your crochet needle and slide it through your plait through the center where you braid it. You're going to take your hair, get it on the hook, hope you can see, close the latch, and pull it through. Then you want to just pull it down.
George, you're not really handicapped, are you? I've had my difficulties.
You see? So it's attached. Because I want it a little bit longer, but not too long because the hair was stretched. So now I'm going to prepare to lock it into my hair. All I'm going to do is separate my hair and the braiding hair, or the Freetress hair, and I'm going to start to plait a little bit at the top just for security reasons.
So you're staying at Play now? Why not? Pay is good, I got dental, private access to one of the great handicapped toilets in the city. You know you're not handicapped, aren't you ashamed?
And then from there,
they signed me to a one-year contract. As long as I
separate my hair into two and start to twist. And I'll add a little bit more mousse so my hair blends towards the end.
You know this girl Claire I'm seeing? Yeah. Well, he and I started joking that when she falls asleep, her stomach stays awake all night and talks to me. Well, the belly button's like a mouth. I gotta start taking these stupid warnings more seriously.
And you're just gonna do this all the way down.
And yet he continues to live. Hey, Venice. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great. See ya. Well, that's it. You two are back together.
What?
They don't need to.
Do you
Don't
see?
need to always leads to the backslide.
David and I will not be getting back together.
Elaine.
And that's pretty much it. So I have one section complete. Next step is just to apply mousse all over, and then I'll move over to the next section.